Welcome back to another episode of Starfield. To start this one off, we're going to attend the memorial service for Barett, and then we're going to run around and collect some more powers to prepare ourselves for the final mission.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
I'll say a few words. Thank you all for coming. Barett knew the dangers we faced better than anyone. If he was here, he would tell us to keep going, to never stop. And I'll do everything I can to honor his memory.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
Optional, speak with everyone. Alright, here we go.
Hey, how are you holding up?
What about you? How are you?
I thought maybe
It's-
I would come up with something.
It's
to
not
say,
really going to
but
hit me
I-
until later. Right now, I just need everyone else to be
So,
okay.
Instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort.
To be honest,
A
I
long
feel
time.
terrible.
Take some time for
God
yourself,
real?
okay? Plenty of
The more
rooms to sit
proper
down in if
question
you need to be
would
alone for a while.
Is reality
We'll get
divine?
through this. It might feel like
Existence
everything's
itself
falling
is a
apart,
mystery
but
that
that's why
yearns
we
to
need to
be
stick
become.
together.
What is goodness?
Thanks,
but
Sarah.
in comparison to the good? What is existence but a
I have
participation
something I need to
in
discuss
being?
with you.
Later.
For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood
A loss
as
is always
primordial
hard.
and even.
Constellation will
divine.
get through this together.
Our essence
like
is what
always.
was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
I wonder if everybody is gonna speak. Here goes Walter.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private. However, I know Barett would have appreciated the sentiment.
All right, looks like that's everyone that's gonna speak.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back.
Funerals are more for the living. Is that it?
Yes. We don't have a way of knowing whether we really touched the departed with our grief. We just have to have faith.
It's okay to grieve, Mateo.
It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well.
Yeah, let's chat.
You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
I don't know. Guess I'll find out when I get there.
Yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
It's like 30 seconds, and he's like, well, I've taken up too much time. Do I know you?
I don't believe we've met. Ajay Mamasa, former chair of Constellation. I wish the circumstances of my visit were better.
Thank you for coming.
Unfortunately, this isn't the first Constellation funeral I've been to. After 35 years, you say goodbye to a lot of friends. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I feel numb just thinking about it. I was the one who invited Barett to join. Oh, he was so brilliant. Even if the rest of us couldn't always keep up.
Were you and Barrett close?
Ah, yes. I officiated his wedding. Ah, young Irvin. I told him he was signing up for a lot with Barett, but he didn't care. I bet relationships in Constellation are still messy, aren't they? We're more of a family than an organization. All the former lines bleed together. It makes the losses sting harder. But I hope it means the time you had together was all the more important. That's how I like to think of it, anyway.
Wait, Barrett was married?
He never mentioned that. I suppose he didn't want to talk about it after what happened. The colony war took so much from us all.
You were the chair before Sarah?
Oh, yes. I was Sebastian Banks' protege. If that gives you any idea of how long I was part of our little club.
You knew Sebastian Banks?
Knew him, argued with him, tried to carry on his memory when he vanished. Sebastian will be back tomorrow, we always used to say. It reminded us that he was still here, in the bones of this old building.
What was Barrett like back then?
Exactly the same as when you met him, I bet. All smiles. Saying just the wrong thing at just the right time. You don't mentor someone like Barrett as much as you let him go and try to contain the damage later, eh?
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much.
You did all of that? When?
I haven't really been sleeping much. I'm not having the best dreams right now.
It's fine, Noel. Thank you.
Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Of course. Alright, we've got to find Sam and Andrasia. Not 100% sure how to pronounce her name. Feels like that Y should be pronounced, or the J should be pronounced as a Y, but every time I hear her name pronounced, I feel like it's pronounced different.
Hi. No. And don't keep asking. I'm not gonna be, alright? Everything's worse now.
Hey.
So many people here. So many people saying goodbye.
We can give you space if you need it, Cora.
Huh. Are we supposed to feel better? Just because we're all in one place?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's my point. Nothing's going to change.
You're not alone, Cora. We're here for you.
I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion.
What do you mean?
After the shock of what happened faded, I have felt nothing else. Just a numbness.
A lot of us are in shock. It's normal.
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... it is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense.
No, but you don't need to.
I suppose that will have to do.
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me?
You're brooding again, Sam. Although, right time, right place.
I guess it's good to be in fashion. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh?
It's okay to admit you're sad, Sam. You don't need a story.
Yeah, you got me. I hate funerals.
Drink?
Time's right. I'd
Pour
appreciate
one
a
out
chat.
to the blackest sea?
Pour one out for me, Vlad.
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
Two old friends.
Aye.
Is that everybody? Hey Barrett, it's me. We'll see each other again, I promise. Ah yes, gotta talk to the robot.
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct.
I mean, can you feel emotion?
No, I don't. I'm programmed to analyze sensory and biometric data so I can cross-reference. But I do not feel, as you seem to imply.
That's right, Vasco.
I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
That won't be necessary.
Very well.
Alright, so we've talked to everybody. Pretty sure Sarah wanted to talk to us about something.
Take care of yourself.
And we can't have that conversation now, which is fair. Alright. So now that we've walked outside and come back in, we can talk to Vlad to get information on the temples.
Constellation's got the writ of the righteous. Keeps me young. Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo.
Any thoughts on the Unity?
Keep coming back to one thing. Both of these Starborn, they're people you know. Only they're not the people you know. Say and do things the folks you know would never. Doesn't bode well for anyone stepping into the Unity. Or through it, or however it works. You consider what it might do to you?
Maybe it's a chance to start over. Be someone else.
Or end up trapped in whatever the Starborn call their life's way. Whatever their differences, they both follow Obsession's guidance.
Your artifact search must be a full-time job.
That's why I missed your little welcome party. Got caught up plotting all the data the Eye can give us. Wouldn't mind the helper's hand, though. Could speed the process along. Up-to-date planetary scans would help filter all the data I have to sift through. Maybe help to find the anomalous bits. And Constellation can slide a credit or two your way. All part of the mission of charting the stars, right?
Survey data? I can get that for you.
Then we're hand in hand in agreement. Now, get out there and burn some helium.
I've got some survey data for you.
Let's deal.
You know, I don't know why I thought it was going to be anything other than straight up selling it, but I prefer to sell to vendors that I can get stuff out of, like specifically ammo, so probably not going to sell that to him. I was hoping you could point me to another artifact temple.
Found one. Easy as a needle in the stack. Hope those powers you're getting to overinflate you. Got enough egos in Constellation.
Can I talk to him again?
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Jaw the words another time then.
It has been a relief to be honest with you about my past. I appreciate your willingness to listen. But talking about this, remembering all those years, has brought back some unsettling memories.
I'm here for you if you need someone to listen.
Thank you. That means a great deal to me. I have told you that I spent many years coordinating with smugglers along the edges of the settled systems. There were men and women I worked alongside closely. And over time, I established relationships. They were not of the promised, but I considered them friends.
You sound surprised.
Yes, very. It was not what I was expecting. You must understand. I was raised to believe that those who do not follow the Great Serpent do not matter, for they are lost. Their fate is fixed, and grim. And yet here were these men and women with hopes and dreams, delights and aversions. It felt like a small betrayal of my people, of House Varun, but I cared for my friends. And then I lost them.
It's never easy losing a friend.
It's not something I have much experience with. It was so sudden. We had met on a remote planet to transfer cargo, and zealots appeared in force, seemingly out of nowhere. There was barely time to react. So many were cut down immediately. I believe my years of training saved me, got me moving when others faltered. I retreated to my ship immediately. But I left them all behind. Aaron Bascom and Jada Wong. They were my friends, and I abandoned them. And in the years since, I have never looked for them.
How long has it been?
10 years. I was immediately reassigned to another role, light years away.
You've never checked up on them?
No. I told myself it's because I never had the time, but in truth, I was scared of what I'd find.
If they're half as strong as you, they've gotten by.
I have no doubt they were resourceful. Still, how badly were their lives damaged by that moment? In my time getting to know you, I have thought more and more of all this. How little sense it all made, how I never really knew what happened or what became of my friends. My connection to you has reminded me what it means to trust someone, to be there for them. And I can no longer live with not knowing. I need to finally pursue this. I would like you with me when I do. I do not know what we will find, but I know it will be easier with you at my side.
I would do anything for you, Indrasia.
Thank you. That is... I'm sorry, I am not used to someone being so considerate on my behalf. I am not sure where they might be now, but I believe we should begin the search in Aquila City. That is where I last saw Aaron Bascom. It is perhaps
got
not
some
the
stuff on my
primary
mind.
way...
Oh,
we
she
would
finally
understand
considers me as a friend?
I do not have anything.
Lovely. Reach Aquila City. So, it's not that I don't want to do that, but for now, we've got some powers to collect. Yeah, we're going to ignore that one for now. We're going to start with Kumasi 1. Temple Omicron.
What Constellation has been for. This place, the Starborn. All of it.
Go invisible all you want. I can mark you now, idiot. Did I get a new power? I think this is new. Void form. Channel the very darkness of space, rendering yourself nearly invisible to those around you. This will be super useful for stealth. So I'm gonna throw that down there. And now, fire the power on Skink. I looked for this planet. I did find it eventually. It's in the Cheyenne system, which is where Aquila City is. But when I come look at the planet here, I don't see a scanner anomaly anywhere, which is concerning. The only area that I even see is this science outpost. So I guess we'll try going there. I did check that planet, but I couldn't find where the anomaly was to give us the power. I'm wondering if it opens up after we get the last artifact from the buried temple. That's kind of what I'm hoping right now. Okay. What do we get? Solar flare. Tap into the power of a sun and release a directed orb of searing hot plasma. That sounds awesome. There he is.
Forgot to check the math on a few equations. The brain's long gone. Forgetfulness.
Put the damn book away and talk to me.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing some math in my head. Trade the grabs with you.
I was hoping you could point me to another artifact temple.
Been poring over the charts, looking for another match. Think this one might just be it.
Your current ship might not be able to reach distant star systems. You need a ship with a grav jump range of 28 light years to reach the most isolated parts of the map. Grav jump range is influenced by the ship's grav drive, the ship's mass, and your astrodynamic skill. So I might not be able to make it there. Obtain a ship with a 28 light year grav jump range. What is my grav jump range? 22. So I gotta upgrade my ship. Alright, well. Let's see if that's something we can do right now. So the game indicated that I would need a better grav drive system to explore some more temples, but I was unable to upgrade my grav drive to 28 light years, but I was still able to get here. So we'll probably have to upgrade it in the future, but can't do it right now. Half expected him to burn to death. Alright, what'd we get? I think this is what we got. Eternal Harvest. What has blossomed will bloom once more, ripe for the picking. Not a clue what that means, but I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. And that's the end of that quest line, so I'll see if I can figure out how to acquire the power on Skink in between episodes, and I will also work on upgrading my grav drive in between episodes because the game indicated that I will need that at some point. But next episode might be when we head to the Buried Temple. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.